Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Sri Ram. All ancient civilizations kept temples as their heart place. So, whether it is in Egypt, whether it is Rome, whether it is Greece, whether it is China, whether it is Mesopotamia, whether it is India, all these great cultures, we can see one common factor, that is the importance of temples in their culture. So, if we, even especially in India, if we travel India, we can see that there's no more great mansions or palaces, not many ancient forts we can see, but we can see very ancient temples in and around India, not only in India, but countries which are very close to us, which was the Bharatavarsha. Because this temple plays a very, very important role in the civilization. We may call the temples as the cradle of civilization because the civilizations actually, get nurtured through the temples. So, what is a temple? Or what is the importance of a temple? First and foremost, of course, as all of us know, the temple is a place of worship where people come to worship the truth, the light, the ultimate truth, which is the Supreme Being. We call Him in different names, but that Supreme Truth is worshipped. So, of course, temple is a place of worship. But in Indian tradition, temple is not only a place of worship, but these temples are considered as the house of God, the palace of God, where Bhagavan resides. That's why Deva Alaya, Devasya Alaya, the house of Lord, where Bhagavan resides. So for us, God is not someone who is just there somewhere, but He stays with us. He is with us. Like us, we, worship Him with water and then food and different offerings are given to Him. We feel that the Lord is just someone who is like us. So we treat Him like a being, and then the temples are considered as the house of God where we can go and visit Him. So this is the second concept of God, concept of temples in India. Now third, very different from any other parts of the world, the temple is considered as the body of God. Not only a place of worship, not only a place where God resides, but it is the body of God. Idam shariram kaundeya kshetram ityabhidhiyate. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, this sharira itself is kshetra. So in a way, most of the tantric schools consider temples as the body of God. So when you are entering into a temple, you are really entering into the body of Lord. So a spiritual communion happens. When we go to temple every day, we are not just going to a place of worship, but we are actually getting connected with the Lord. Every day, every time we go to a temple, we are actually entering into the Lord's body, and then we stay there and we absorb those divine energy which makes our life divine and meaningful. So this is from a spiritual standpoint. But in India, not only in India, in all part of the world, the temples or the places of worship is not only just a place of worship, it actually is a social welfare center. Because we are all human beings, and human beings are social beings. We need a society to grow. We need a society to feel security. That's why so much of gathering, so much of festivals happens. We become part of those festivals, and then, we feel that we are not just a small being, but we are actually part and parcel of a great community. That communal being, that oneness, that feeling comes through the temples. So temples actually help. Temple actually, nurture this social pattern of our society. They say there are two kinds of difficulties in our life. One is Adi, where other one is Vyadhi. Vyadhi means there are no physical ailments, sickness. Vyadhi and Adi is that, mental problems or psychological imbalances. Temple is something which actually cures both. So, by actually feeling that we are part and parcel of a great community, this brings lots of positivity to the mind of people, actually heals this kinds of depression and things like that. So a person actually goes to temple every day or very occasionally, very frequently, he can actually feel connected with the society. Now comes another important aspect of temple, that is, this is the place of learning. Now, temple is a place where we actually learn our customs, our traditions, our ways of life. In ancient times, the temples were universities, they were the schools where we used to go to temple. Temple is not only a place of worship, we used to go there to study, to learn. Not only spirituality, but even other sciences, whether it is mathematics, whether it is science, it was all taught in temple. It was part and parcel of temple traditions. And also, as all of us know, that Indian culture, Indian arts, Indian painting, Indian music, Indian dance and drama, all were actually nurtured, grown in temples. They are all formed as the temple activities, temple festivities, temple culture. So in India, whether it is music or any other aspect of arts, that's all part and parcel of temple culture. So temple is a place where actually bring all these, positive qualities, positive levels of existence to our life. And also, temple is actually a place which makes us aware of this environment. Trees and flowers and, whatever we use to worship the Lord, everything comes from the temple. And you will see that in ancient time, most of the temples were situated in forests or the banks of rivers. And then each temple used to have beautiful gardens. They used to protect. Even many temples in India, it protects the entire environment, being the part of forest. Temples were, or a protection of the forest and an ecosystem was also part of our temple culture. Cows and horses and elephants, all kinds of beings used to be protected in this temple culture. So, temple is not only just a place of worship, temple is a culture. Temple is something which brings higher values to our life. So that's why Swami Vivekananda said, religion is the manifestation of divinity which is already in man, and temples help us to manifest this divinity which is already in all of us. And also, what is the meaning of kshetra? We call different names, Devalaya, Mandir, kshetra. Says, Kshiyadehe nivasaha kshetram. Kshetra means where the Lord resides. Kshetra also means kshayatrayate, that which actually help us to protect ourselves, which destroys all kinds of negativities and make us a complete being. So many people ask why we should go to temple. We can sit in our home and then we can worship Lord. Yes, if we can actually feel the presence of Lord in our heart, it's okay. But how many of us can actually feel the Lord in our heart? That's the question. So, Prathama Pratima Puja. We start our spiritual life by keeping a symbol of Lord or the Kshetra. In the Kshetra, we keep that symbol, we worship Him, and we get connected with. Dvidiyam pratikam uchyate. When we, after some time, when we grow in our spirit, when our understanding becomes higher, so instead of a murti, we just keep a symbol, a Shivalinga, a Salagrama. When we again develop in our spiritual, pursuit, then Pranabo, Pradama Pratima Puja, Didiyam Pratikam Uchyate, Tritiyam Pranava Ityahuhu. That Pranava is enough. Atmetyahus Chaturthakam. So, to take us to this understanding that this entire universe is nothing but the, house of God, existence of God, the Lord is omnipotent and omnipresent. The temple is the first and foremost step. May all the temples in this world become more and more vibrant to bring all positive qualities back to the humanity. Not only just a place where we go for some fun, but let the temple become like the ancient days, a place of understanding, a place of education, a place of culture, and to feel one with the Lord. So that's why that famous verse is there, Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Devas Sanatanaha, Tejed Ajnana Nirmalyam, Soham Bhavena Pujayet. So, this Deha itself is Devalaya. May this Devalaya, the temple ritual, temple culture, help us to understand that this body itself is the temple and the Lord resides in our heart. So, temple actually help us to take us to this highest form of understanding. May Bhagavan help us to realize this supreme truth. Thank you.